This 8 miles was awful. I'm going to be doing a 2-a-day today. I actually just finished a 30-minute tempo and I'm walking home to go do my strength workout. Week 5 is here, y'all. So I'm halfway through my training. I am 5 weeks in and I'm 5 weeks out from my half marathon. I'm super excited and just really getting hyped for it right now. So week 5, let's talk real life. So this week is Juneteenth. So Wednesday was Juneteenth, and my beautiful child who goes to daycare, they had Monday as the observance day for Juneteenth. So all the teachers got a 3-day holiday, which is great for them. And it was great because I got to spend the whole day with my lovely little kiddo. So that meant that I didn't get anything done. And I was thinking about trying to get a strength training day in, but it just didn't happen because life with an almost 2-year-old, right? So no training on Monday. And then Tuesday I did 8 miles, which is the longest I've done in this program. And obviously every week it's going to keep getting longer. So that's just a little secret. But I did 8 miles. That 8 miles was a kicker because I did 8 miles on a path that is extremely hilly. It was like hill, hill, plateau, hill, decline, hill. And so I'm not used to running that because my normal path is like sneaky hills, but nothing intense, where that was very intense. So that 8 miles, check. Was actually very happy about it. It turned out really well. My pacing was still pretty good. I was surprised that I was in between like a 13 and a 14-minute mile, which is great. I was really pleased with that because that was not my expectation at all. And then Wednesday, because Wednesday was Juneteenth, my husband had work off and our daughter was at daycare. So we decided to just make a day of it. So I didn't do any training that day, and I planned on not doing any training that day because I really just wanted to absorb and have fun with my husband and us to have time together. So that meant Thursday was loaded heavy. Thursday I did a 3-mile tempo with strength training. So I did my 3-mile tempo first. It wasn't really 3 miles. It was a 30-minute tempo. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep calling it a 3-mile tempo, but it was a 30-minute tempo. So first 15 minutes we're building up. 5 minutes fast, last 10 minutes, we slow down, which was really good. It felt great, and I was pleased with that. Then I only took like a 15-minute break from actually getting back to the house to starting training. So 15-minute rest in the gym with the fan on, which right now the fan is not on, and I am sweating because it is 2:30 in the afternoon. I should know better than to train at 2:30 in the afternoon when it's literally the hottest of the day pretty much, but that's besides the point. So I did tempo, 30 minutes, and then strength training, which you can totally do a double workout in the same day. My take home for that is you have to be well hydrated throughout the day. Like throughout the day, I tend to eat more on those days because I don't want to be in a calorie deficit while I'm training because that's just not going to be conducive to life. I need energy to maintain these workouts. I need energy to like be an enjoyment to be around and not be a ding dong or a meanie head. So there's that. But I ate a lot that day. So increased protein, increased carbs, increased water, and electrolytes. Then that was Thursday. So Friday, which is today, today was just strength day. I originally had a 10K plus the strength day, but last night my daughter decided she was not going to sleep. So I only got maybe like 5 hours of sleep, and I knew that that was no good for me. So I decided to not do the run and just do the strength workout, because that's what I had time for, especially because I knew if I was going to do anything, I would have to do it in the afternoon. And that meant strength, because I'm fine doing strength training in a hot gym, but I don't want to go run when it's the hottest. So, and today is like the hottest day of the week as well. So there's a lot of factors into that. And then tomorrow I have plans to hang out with a friend. I might do a 3 mile if we decide to not hang out, or maybe I'll do that 10K. I don't know. But I'm recording this video before then because this is real life. This is like my life schedule as a mom, as a wife, as somebody training for a half marathon, and as somebody who's programming this training and training for others. I really have to make sure that I have my priorities laid out in front of me. And typically at the beginning of the week, how I do that is I look at my training. What do I have planned? What are my miles? What are my workouts, right? So then I make my decisions on where I'm going to put things in the week. And also during like the Sunday kind of deal, I talk with my husband to be like, okay, what does your schedule look like? Is there anything that you and I are going to do that we need to block out time for to make sure that you and I have time together? So there's a lot of things to take into consideration, especially when you're not an athlete and you have other obligations. So that is why I probably will only get 2 runs in this week and 2 strength training days in, because yes, our program only has 2 strength days, which is great, which is what we want. But we have 4 runs programmed now for the rest of the training, which means that I have to prioritize which runs I find most important to my programming and to the overall goal to run a half marathon, which those are typically the longer runs, because I want to make sure that I can sustain that pace, not really that pace, but go that distance, because 13.1 miles is a distance when you don't really do distance, right? So, and you're new to running. So again, this week 5 is all real life, not training every day of the week. I've trained 3 days out of the 7. We might be lucky if I train over the weekend, but I don't know yet. And then just prioritizing real life, being a mom, being a wife, getting my work done. So just keep all of that in mind when you are training for a half marathon, and know that if you eventually do decide to run the half marathon program that I'm writing with my best friend, which should hopefully come out in September, if you decide to do that, know that you have options. Know that in life, training doesn't have to be 100% all the time. Like, you don't have to complete the volume throughout the week, but what you should do is every workout, give your best. So instead of looking at it as a week long of if you hit everything, you're a success. If you miss one thing, you're a failure. That's not the mindset we want. We want to look at each day as an individual day, understanding what we can do, prioritize the things we need to do in those days to be successful for the week. But if we aren't able to complete everything, that is okay. We are still successful. We're still completing our workouts, and we're doing what we can. And the best part is too, is when this program is released, you do have access to reach out to myself and to my best friend, who is also the coach. And we are more than happy to help you prioritize and understand what is important in this training. So all that being said, week 5 was real life with priorities as the overall theme of this week, just because of what was thrown at me. And if you have any questions about half marathon training or prioritizing, whether you're a strength only athlete, whether you're a hybrid athlete, whether you're just a runner, which you should also be a strength training athlete, but that's my opinion. But if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to drop the comments below.